Good morning and welcome to the graduating class of 2021, the Ohio Media School. Give them a round of applause again. I'm so proud of you, and proud of you parents and spouses and aunties and grandparents that have come out today to cheer them on. They're embarking on a great journey in their lives, one that will forever change them, and they will bring change to our community also.
It is indeed an honor and a privilege to introduce this man. But before I introduce him, I want to take this time to thank everybody. Today's show is a little bit different, and we'll be back next week with our regularly scheduled programming. But today's show is a special show because today's Spotlight, our Conscious Spotlight episode, features none other than the Mac Man, Money Mac, aka the Pretty Boys champ, Todd McClendon. Today is Todd's day. He's earned the right, graduating with top honors, 3.9 GPA from the Ohio Media School. I'm always impressed with Todd and how he goes and how he moves. I mean, he always has energy. And I'm like, man, where do you get the energy, man? It just doesn't stop. But he's earned the right, and today's his day. And we wanted to share that with the family. We wanted to share that with you guys. So please hit the like button, always share and subscribe, and come along for the ride with us. It was a wonderful day, and we wanted to share that with you as well. So again, our Conscious Spotlight is none other than our brother, Todd McClendon.
You know, my start in the business was at a school like this one in Youngstown, Ohio. There, the local media folks volunteered their time to teach a small group of kids, minority kids, because it was a minority program to help get more of them into the business because there weren't that many represented. And they taught us 5 nights a week, 3 hours a night. We had to come into the school there at Youngstown State University. And I was taught by some of the best in the business. And they gave me some great wisdom and skills that I was able to use as I went out into the work world. I got 3 words for you today. 3 words. These are 3 words you can take into the newsroom. 3 words you can take when you're schlepping that camera pack and light pack out in the cold and in the heat of the summer. 3 words when all the work that you did on that special project blew up in your face. Those words are never give up. Never give up. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how many doors get slammed in your face, be prepared to endure some hard things and never give up. Broadcasting is a great business. I've enjoyed it for these 45 years or so. It's the most wonderful, hateful, inspiring, deflating, joyful, sad, stressful, happy times business you'll ever get into. I say all those things because be prepared to deal with all that stuff, because sometimes it is a zoo. Working in the newsroom or in production or in film editing or whatever part of broadcasting you find yourself in. Because there's a lot there that is kind of every day you got to, I don't want to say make it up, but you do have to be flexible. Be flexible. You got to roll with the punches. You got to be able to dip and avoid a blow to the head. I'm giving you all kind of mixed metaphors, but what I'm just saying is it's a wonderful business that you got to be having an open mind about and being able to understand. And ladies and gentlemen, that's all it takes is a shot. One shot. Take advantage of that one shot. Like the guy in that play, Hamilton, I'm not throwing away my shot. Make sure you don't throw it away. Take advantage of that. Make the it all depends on how much you want this. If you really want it, you're going to sacrifice. If you really want it, you're going to stay at it. You're going to knock on as many doors as you have to be heard, and one of them is going to open up for you. That author, Malcolm Gladwell, and I'm closing here, said it takes 10,000 hours to get good at something. 10,000 hours to really get good at something. So you put in the work, you keep putting in the work every day, you get better every day, sometimes in big ways, other times in small ways, but in total, you're going to be more comfortable with what you're doing there. You're going to be more confident about it, and it's going to happen for you because you're developing your style. All of you have a style that's uniquely yours, and you want to bring that style to the newsroom, the videotape bay, the film editing, sports, whatever pursuit you want to do. It's about your style sticking out. Don't try to blend in. They got a whole lot of blend in on TV today, and that's why the numbers are down in some ways, because it's all bland and boring. Don't be bland and boring. Be brave. Be strong. Be brash, be humble, but don't stop being you. Keep sharpening your skills and keep doing excellent work. And again, never, ever give up. God bless you, class of 2021. I know you're going to do great things. Thank you.
All right, so one of the things about teaching the Pretty Boy Champ, man, it was actually a pleasure. One of the things is he came to class, he knew what he was doing, he was ready to learn, always ready to take advice, take feedback, and really implement it. He had fun with it. One of the things I remember when we were working on creating a vlog season for him, I told him that he needed to make sure to not have any profanity in his vlogging. And he was like, okay. And I told him, now let me let you know, you can cuss, but when you go into production, you're going to have to edit out all the cussing. If you give me any cussing, you let any slip, then there's a flat out F, do not pass go, do not collect $200 because the FCC is going to fine you. So I want to give you that impact. So his first episode, he let one slip. It was a flat out F, do not pass go, do not collect $200. He says, okay, I'm not going to do it anymore. And then he did his next episode and he cussed. And he had so many bleeps and editing in it that when he got to his third episode, he says, I will never cuss again because it just took so much work to edit out all of the profanity. Now, I still think Todd cuss. I still think he swears probably like a sailor, but he knows now not to put it in production. So, I mean, he had great experience. He had fun. He learned a lot. And, you know, it's really a pleasure working with him. And it's really just an honor to see him to go from being my student to my colleague in the industry.
I've had the pleasure of instructing Todd McClendon for the past 6 months. I've seen a man come in who knew a little, and then once you gave him a small inch of education, he took it and ran with it. He works very, very hard. He completely blew my mind on some of the graphics he made for the draft coverage. He is one of the hardest working young men I've ever had the pleasure to teach, and I'd highly recommend him for any job you'd want to give him. Even if there's a steep learning curve, I know he has the drive to learn it.
Todd, we did the 2021 NFL draft. He hosted it. I was one of the draft analysts. He was very prepared, ready to go. You can't ask for a whole lot more than that. He's a very pleasant person to work with, too. So,
when Todd McClendon first came in and did his first on-air show and started with the Pretty Boy Champ thing, I didn't know what to think of this guy. He seemed like he was completely full of himself, and he had confidence, but he was straddling that cockiness line at the same time, too. But what I didn't understand was that he already had an on-air personality that he had developed, and he was just bringing it here. And what I learned about him as we went along was how hard of a worker that he is, how much he cares about what he's working on, how much he cares about what other people are working on. He knows at the end of the day, everything reflects on him when it goes over the air, but he's also trying to help the other people around him become better. And that is absolutely the sign of a true pro, because you do want to take care of yourself, but it's the special people that want to take care of everybody else and that can make the other people around them better. Believe me, if there's somebody that worked with Todd that didn't get better, that was on them. It wasn't on him. He made every stride to make sure that they could get all the information they needed, that they had the time to talk, that they had everything that would make them better. So they didn't become better. That was on them. That wasn't on him. But I really did find out that it was a true pleasure working with him. I couldn't believe how quickly the time went by. And from the first day in class to the last day in class, not only did he come a long way, but I came a long way because I didn't know. When I first heard him and he was so loud and he was, I thought, how am I going to deal with this guy? I don't know how much fun this is going to be. Let me tell you, it was a great deal of fun. And I appreciate what he's done here. I appreciate what he does for himself, what he does for others. And I think this guy's got a bright future ahead of him. And I hope he gets breaks, because I know he's going to make some breaks along the way. And I think it's a very high ceiling for this guy. The sky's the limit.
I just want to present Todd McClendon. He had a 3.88 GPA. He is amazing. And he also